Welcome to Carpet Python TV along with KHP Reptiles. Let me just see. Yeah, well, what can we say? There's never a dull moment on air, is there, Brad?
If they could have only seen the last 5 minutes and heard the conversations.
Oh, shit. And I'm just sitting
Wow.
here. I'm going, is he going to do it? And we did it. I think it's, yeah, 5 minutes late, but well, such is life. At least we're here.
Better late than never, because about 3 minutes ago it was F this, I'm done with this. Tools flying around the room, mobile phone flying through air. 3 people who rang me got told to rightly piss right off.
They have to bring a new software update where you can actually block calls during live streams.
Yeah,
That'd be a perfect
exactly.
feature.
Please, nobody call me. Like anybody, family, anybody else. No more calls today, please. I just can't believe it just cuts everything. You take a call, it destroys the whole system, shut down, gone. So
we need to get you a backup phone that you can just have for these things. It just sits there without a SIM card on. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll get the laptop working properly shortly, and then just leave the phone out of it, I think.
Okay, so I don't know what we're doing tonight. I sort of have a rough idea, but normally there's a few people watching, so people are eager to see you cut the eggs and see what's in the eggs. So I think it's a good name for the show. What's the odds? Yeah.
Sure, it's certainly in this clutch. Well, particularly when you pair up the hatchies from this clutch, there will certainly be some crazy odds of things trying to hunt down. When you get into multi-genes, so it's certainly appropriate.
Would it? Is it the first? That'd be the first clutch in Australia like that, wouldn't it?
I think Dave Evans has done triple heads. He did pepper, exanthic, albinos, and I'm pretty sure he's got them up to size. He's probably trying to have a crack at them this year, I think he said.
Yeah, but so, you're not what we're cutting, or not what you're cutting tonight.
No, I think this. I don't know. I've certainly not seen anyone else who's done it. Maybe they've done it overseas. I haven't seen it, but it's this clutch, I guess we'll tell everyone, granite, albino, exanthic triple heads, and there's caramel and jaguar in there as well. So the pairing was a ghost jag by albino granite. So so this clutch will all be triple heads, but there will be some caramels in there, some caramel jags, wild types and wild type jags. So
it'd be good to see. It'd be interesting to see because we've had a chat about why we think those that albino granite or those albino granites of yours are so orange. But it'd be interesting to see what the caramels look like tonight. If if you know what I mean, it'd be good to see if it's more caramel or if it's lighter or something. But
because that's caramel coming from Lark's Ghost Line, that's that's caramel. So
okay, well, let's see. There's a couple that's poked their heads already, I think.
A couple out. Actually, found this last night at about 10 o'clock. You can see in there already.
Okay.
It's, a couple snuck out through the day. I was a bit late last night, or I would have probably just ripped in and chopped them. But I thought I'll save it for today and we'll see what else was popping out in there. So
I'm just going to minimize you so we've got a full picture of the babies, and then go ahead. Let's have a look. Bloody hell, they make some good cuts, don't they?
Decent size. They're certainly slashing their way well and truly out of here. We'll see if I can just get these out without destroying them. This is always the fun bit.
There we go.
They're not out. Looks like we've got already a.
You might have to just adjust your camera. I think put the tray there where you've got the.
I'll just try and get the ones that are out back in this tub first.
Okay, so they're going nuts. All right.
A little balancing act. The egg that hit the deck, they're both empty, so that's fine. You can stay in there, please. Wild type, Darren Whittaker special. He's calling for Jared Sharp actually today, calling for some more wild type action.
Oh yes.
I can't wait for these blokes to be pulling a couple of clutches shortly.
Oh yes. So there's a classic sort of reddish Darwin look to them.
Yep, you certainly see that in the IJ. You know, look at that red belly.
That jag you just pulled out of there. What do you reckon? That's caramel?
Yeah, I'd say that one. That one looking. They get that really right, ready shine in the sides of them. So
yeah,
we'll get some more out in a second to compare to. Just put a lid on that one. Yeah, I don't know about that one. The hair is very dark, actually, so it might not be.
So they should be nice and strong, these, because these would be now new. They'd be a outcrossing, if you think about it, because it'd be the stuff, the granite stuff is now, that line is now outcrossed with the Lark's line. So these babies should all, in theory, be all good and strong and robust straight out of the egg as well.
Well, from the original animal of yours outcrossed to albino Darwin to make these, and then outcrossed again. So you're 75% outcross so far.
Yeah, and Well, I'm interested. Sorry, I'm falling over my words. I had a long day at work, so sorry.
Yes, certainly a hectic day.
You've had a storm there. You've had technical difficulties. 50 people. We get quite a few people watching these shows. 50 so far, so that's good.
Good, a hectic day, but let's chop a few more and see if I guess really we're hoping to see just a little bit more of the caramels than the normals.
Yeah. Okay. A little bit lower. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and now of course the feed's a bit pixelated. That's all right.
They want to catch up. Just a little jag in that one.
Yeah.
Certainly well and truly ready to be coming out. Just stay in here for a minute.
So we sort of have a time frame involved in which we have to get this done. So let's see how good you are. You should be pretty happy with that. That's nice and light.
That's a caramel for sure. You can see that in the neck color of that one.
Yeah, very nice.
Straight away they get that, and in the background that sort of white color gets that really. It's a different shade. It's almost like a light patterned markings in that white area that always turns into the caramel. So
do me a favor, just hold it a little bit closer to the white tray, because it's just not focusing. That's perfect. Right there, where the camera focuses the best. Yeah, good. Okay, so that's pretty nice.
That one's nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Actually, now I'm just going to start off for 1 second and plug in this laptop, because it is telling me now it wants to go flat as well. We could not have any more technical disasters today, I'm sure.
We're right. Your phone's plugged in, though?
Phone's plugged in, yes. We've got that one sorted. We'll get some power to the laptop.
It's amazing how that little tooth on their snout, on the tip of their nose, can cut eggs like that, like scalpel precision.
Yep, absolutely destroy it. Sometimes they make a huge amount of cutting.
Unreal. Yeah. So if anybody wants to ask a question, let me just see. Hold on. Let me open the chat here. Oh my God, there's a ton of Wildborn Oz. Hello. Sorry, I didn't have the chat open. I'll pop you up here. So remember, you can watch us on YouTube. YouTube's probably a better place to watch as well. Hello, Colin. Tony Hall says hi.
Hello, boys.
Jeremy, the usual suspect. Jeremy Findlay, g'day, mate. Geordie Booth.
Yep.
I'm just working the screen here, trying to.
Chat.
Colin saying the standard panic attack me. Yeah, I get the white lips and just start getting crazy. Yeah. Here we go. Tony Hall, Brent, haven't seen you at the corner, bro. What's the go? Okay.
No, mate. I'm retired. I'm too old. I'll leave it all for the young boys.
Jeremy Findlay says the best beard in the reptile lobby. I would agree that. How's that clipper of yours that I recommended to you? That wall clipper that took about 6 weeks. Yeah, you like it?
Good product. Actually went for the fresh cut today. I always think of Marty B when I go to the hairdresser for some reason. It inspires me. He talks about the fresh cuts all the time.
Yes. So what's that? Wild type, yeah, or caramel?
Caramel. Yeah, very nice little caramel. So well, no jag in it. So
see, I think this is what throws people though. The caramel looks out of the egg very similar to a Darwin. that red.
Yeah,
So what?
can do.
How do you distinguish
You look at that
caramel?
head color.
Yeah,
So now that head's coming out, you look at that, it's much lighter tone around the head and around the back of the neck.
yeah,
And on those sides, it's more. I look, yes, the darker area is more lighter brown,
Yep.
not so much black, but it's more into the white that I look, that it gets that. It's almost like a patterned white. It has a all dotted pattern through the white areas that always turns into caramel. So it's the best way I can tell them.
That camera of yours is focusing down there where the eggs are on the tray. So if you want to show something, just hold it a little bit low. For some reason, it's not focusing properly, but that's okay.
That's better.
Yeah, that's all right. You can't tap the screen on your phone. Just okay, now it's moving in and out. That's fine. We're working on it. As soon as I see Brent, when I go up to Sydney, I'll go and help him set up a proper camera rig there so he can do these egg cuttings properly for future.
Yeah, we get a little camera straight overhead into a little box. Once we work out the heights, it's easier.
Oh, Crystal Hassing, I just want to read out a few more comments here. So Crystal Hassing says hi. Wall Roberts, g'day. Wall. Zach, of course, the usual. Caramel Jag, hell yes. That was nice. What's that? That's just a normal Jag?
Straight Jag. Normal Jag, yeah. Very dark around the head. So they get that lighter bit in the body, but they get that anyway. But yeah, definitely up in the head where I base most of the color.
Yeah, so that had good focus now. It's recalibrated itself, so that's good.
I'll try and keep it down low. Might focus a little better.
There, Zach says to Jeremy, replying to Jeremy Findlay, second best beard in the business. I think there's a competition happening. Yeah.
Zach Zemek, he's the beard lord.
Annie Addison, the caramel is beautiful. Yeah, I've never been a big fan. I guess in time, what is that? Caramel or standard?
Caramel Jag. Yeah.
You know, I'm a rookie when it comes to caramel and eyebrows and stuff. We all know how I feel about those things, but it's personal preference, I guess.
It is. Yes.
There's a lot of sorry, mate. I'm just reading through all the stuff. I don't want to miss anything. And then the dog's here at my feet. Jet. Evening, guys. What's on the menu tonight? So Darren Boswell. Yeah, I'm sure you can figure that out, Darren. Hello. Zach says he wants a pair. I don't think those will be going anywhere.
Zach Zemek.
Yes. Chris Fry. G'day. There we go. Crystal Hassing. How long did it take you to figure out what's what with how small? I'm not sure.
Couple of seasons. Once you sort of get to see what stuff looks like, and then when you see it grow up to adults and breed out, you can sort of look back at pictures and work out what was what out of the egg. So I remember the first time I hatched the albino granites, I was lost between what was what in the egg. I couldn't pick anything out, but certainly after a few years of it, it gets much easier. You can pick the key little subtle things very quickly.
That's pretty red as well. Is that also caramel? Is caramel Jag?
No, I think that's just a wild type Jag. Yep.
Hey, your phone is doing funny stuff again. So that's right. Oh, there we go. Yeah. You reckon?
Just a Jag, I would think.
Oh well, you know better.
Body is lighter, but very dark. And I look at that banding across the back of the head in there.
Yeah.
That's where I sort of pick the caramel more from. See if I can get. What was that other caramel one? Lost. Here we go.
Somebody's saying they can't. Matthew Travis says, "Hey guys, can't wait for the giveaways."
Yeah, they're all having a ball today, picking what was free stuff and who's getting what on the giveaways.
I'm sure later on in the season, once you've sort of assessed what you've got, I'm sure that can be arranged that you do some giveaway or some competition, to get some interest generated in your, But there'll always be a catch. Can't do that. Can't do that stuff for nothing,
No, this one's coming streaming out, and just a nice dark wild type.
Yeah.
Yep. Very dark in the head.
Even I can spot that, huh? Well, 10
very
points.
Wild type.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And as dark as they are, you see, you look on the bellies, they still, that's where people get confused. I think you look at that underside. I'm going to get that in the shot better.
So somebody's Chris Fry saying any clutches after this? Yeah, there'll be more clutches. I mean, people. There's nothing too crazy looking about these, but it's more the combination genetics that's in them that's crazy.
Yeah, it's what these will make on the flip side. It's the big chase once you start working into triple recessive stuff. You're to get the triple visual, you're looking at 1 in 64 for the to get albino, granite, and the Xanthic all in one animal. But then you throw in, you throw in 2 other incomplete dominant traits. Your 1 in 64 goes out to 1 in 128 for a caramel triple, and then double that again. So 1 in 256 for a caramel jag triple visual.
That's pretty nice. That's a nice light caramel. That's a caramel as well, yeah.
Looking here.
Or not? Yes, no.
Light on the sides.
But I mean, that can throw you. I've seen jags over the years that can be that light, and then they just pick up black later on. Is that a jag?
Yeah.
Looks like
definitely jag.
Looks like a normal jag to me, though.
But dark in the head, so I'd probably say a normal jag. He looks all right. So it's the chase later on. It's even the absolute miracle out of pairing these triple heads up later. If you do a caramel triple head to a caramel triple head, you're chasing to get the super caramel, basically a ghost granite jag. You're looking at 1 in 512. So
that guy surely has sliced up the shit out of that shell, hasn't he? Oh, he's ready to get out as well.
He's keen as nice caramel.
Yeah, that's red as hell, isn't it?
Ready to go.
Yep.
Plenty of chopping. Most of these won't take too much convincing. They'll be all out and about by the morning. I'd say they're certainly ready.
I'm surprised that the stream's held up really well. I think we figured this out now.
I hope so, because it wasn't working well 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So certainly going strong now.
Normal.
It's
hard to say after. You really only know after that first shed as well. I mean, that gives you a far better idea as well.
Yeah. Very dark around the back. I'd say wild type. It's just that lighter on the sides that makes me sometimes think caramel. But when you go back to the head and the main body color, just a wild type, which is fine. Wild types with triple recessive genes on board is no issue.
Somebody's asking how much Nero do you see in your jags these days? I never really saw severe Nero in all the jags that I made. I made hundreds. I never saw much Nero. I mean, you'd know it's there. They're a little bit more twitchy than some of them, more twitchy than others. But I never saw them curling around and looping back and stargazing and stuff like that in all the time that I made them. Oh, that's nice.
That's nice. Caramel jag. That's a winner. Yeah, I certainly get a few with Nero to varying degrees. In hatchies, it's less. It's not as bad a problem.
Yeah.
I'd say in all the years of breeding, I've only had twice ever I've had to put a hatchie to sleep for what I've deemed as too much Nero, where they're just uncontrollable. If they can't eat and shed, themselves, then that's too much. It's not a decent life. So.
There's no point in them going on if they're that crazy that they can't keep themselves upright and stuff. I mean, that's just I think that's the right call.
Yeah, I think. I mean, even as adults, a lot of them will develop worse Nero as they get older. But I still judge it on if they can eat shed. A lot of them, I've got the original jag double head boy I got off you. That's the father of these things. The mother, the albino granite. He's done a fair bit of breeding over the last 4 seasons, so he does show a bit of Nero now, but still eats. Eats fine, sheds fine, mates every year. He still does a couple of clutches a year now. So
Let me just. Tyson Evans just wanted to ask. He said, "What? I'll put his comment on there. What's this clutch? So that's a ghost jag male to a albino granite female.
Spot on. Yep.
Okay, answered that. Yeah, still a few people watching. So what do you reckon that is?
Just a jag. Yeah, just a standard wild type jag, I guess you can say.
So what's the odds so far? This egg. And let's see what this egg is, and then what's the odds? That's the question at the end.
How many?
What did you get? How many jags? So in theory, if we go by just the so in this, really the visuals would be wild and jag. So you should be sort of 50-50. Yeah.
Yep. Well, it should be an even split of wild type and jag and caramel jag.
Oh yes, I forgot. No, I forgot about. See, to me, I never worked with caramel, and so I don't even rate them. It'd be interesting to
Not
see.
even on your radar.
It'd be interesting to see, because in theory, it's 50-50 for the 50-50 for the jag, 50-50 for the wild. Yep. Caramel apparently is what? What's caramel?
50. Should be half. Yep. Should be 50-50. Well. So it should be all of it, like each jag, there should be half normal, half wild type, and each, in the wild types, half normal, half caramel.
Yeah. Let me see. So people are asking stuff here.
It's just a normal as well. So there's quite a few wild types in there. I've got to say, I think there's more wild types than normals.
Here's something that you have to read on the screen there. Can you see that? I'll put a message on there for you. Soccer is cancelled, Brent.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Thank you, wife.
Thank you.
Oh, that's Colin.
Do appreciate
it. How did Colin get to the soccer business already? Oh, yeah, he's got it from Cherie. Good job.
Yeah. What temperature do you incubate at, Brent?
31. I cook everything at. These actually came a little bit earlier. These were day 53. I think they were due on the 7th, so a little bit earlier than even normal. I normally get them 56, 57 at 31 degrees. So these were a little bit ahead of schedule. I want to say I'll try.
I'm just looking at Zach's photo of his wedding. Oh, he looks so slick, don't you, mate? Oh,
with the beautiful beard on.
And I think that's at his wedding. Nice suit, suit jacket. I might be wrong. I don't know. Can't remember him wearing it at his wedding. I don't know.
His wedding, someone else's wedding.
Okay. Is there any chance to get more videos going? I'm sure we all like to watch and see these things. Yeah, we've got plans, haven't we? We want to do a lot of it.
Plenty more. I've still got quite a few clutches in the incubator. I think there's a dozen or so still there. Not all of them super exciting, but certainly a few more of some more. I mean, this is a nice clutch because of the genetics potential in it, but there's a couple of really nice clutches of stuff that'll have visual things coming out in it, which will be fantastic to cut open, because there's so many possibilities in some of the clutches coming up. So
you know what? One thing you can show people is how do you pop them. Because you normally pop the ones, because you've got a few there that's already out. I think people will be interested to see how you pop the hatchling straight out of the egg.
Yeah.
My mum's also there. Yeah, Zach says that was at his brother's wedding. Yeah.
Brother's wedding. Yeah, I didn't think it was his.
Yeah,
I saw what he wore. He was more dressed up for his brother's wedding than his own wedding.
Yeah, he's still a handsome man. I mean, handsome people don't have to dress up, really. They look how natural. They look nice. So, let's see. So, which one's your favorite? I think they're one of those ones that crawled out. This one down at the bottom is not bad.
I don't mind. This pile looks to be caramel jags, normal jags, wild types, and caramels up here. I quite like just a normal everyday caramel. Is probably my favorite out of these bunch. So probably one of these couple, or one that's already out.
Yeah. Okay.
This one's nice and light up top.
I like this jag closest to the camera down at the bottom end, to your left side. I just below your hand. Below, no, next to that one.
Next one, this one.
No, your left hand. That's your left hand. No.
This is my right hand, left hand. Oh, this is over this side.
Right in the middle of the picture. You can't see. Right in the middle of the picture, just below. I can't. Just move your hand. No, other to the left. No.
Yeah, so the camera's backwards.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
No,
just leave it on screen, right at the bottom of the frame,
okay,
right where the little picture of you is, right next to where the little picture of you is on screen. You touching everybody but that one. That one.
That one.
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay. Yeah, I think that might be just a wild type.
Yeah, it's got that grey. It's got that grey base color though. See that almost like a light brown. It could look different on camera though. You sitting right there. Snakes can be a little bit confusing when on camera they change color. So.
Yeah, but you look at that head, very dark around the back of the head. But yeah, the body is quite light. It's got that light. I think it's going to be one of those jags that's very light in the body. They're very reduced in color and pattern on the body. Definitely looks very dark around that head, I would say. I think just a wild type, but like you say, once they shed, you get a much better idea of what's going on. Once they're got rid of that nice thick egg skin that hides plenty.
So what? So how many? What? Count out there. How many jags? How many caramels? How many wilds? And how many caramel jags?
Looking like one wild type, 2 caramels, 1, 2, 3, 5 caramel jags, 4 normals in there. So pretty jag heavy on the front.
Lots of caramel jags, lots of granite jags. You have to be smiling then, huh?
Oh yeah, I'll be smiling when these pop out one day. So
hey, hold on, I'm just going to make the picture big and then show us how you pop that under the camera.
Yep, cool. I'll grab one of these ones. What's it back in here? There's a couple of wild types, 1, 2, probably 3. Yeah, quite a few wild types that are already out and about. They're pretty keen already. 3 or 4 wild types in the tub still, and one caramel jag.
All right.
We'll grab this little wild type fella. They're quite slimy when they're fresh on out too.
But okay, so hopefully this is a boy, so people can see.
So you can see a bit better.
Yeah,
yep, that's a boy.
Male, or a little bit lower. Yeah, you should be able to see the little red things pop out under the. Yeah, perfect. Gee, that's masterfully done.
Easy to pick boy. So
I don't think I could do it as good as that. Huh?
They're easy when they're young. This is like I tell people all the time. Straight out of the egg, it's absolutely the best time. It's if you want to be sure, there's zero resistance in it. You don't need very very small amount of pressure, and it all happens very easily. So, and they're like that for the first month or so. You can get it fairly easy. They're a little bit scared, so they start peeing everywhere. But
girl, that's boy as well. I think.
Off the table. Just trying to get away. Yep, definitely boy. So
he started to do that without even having to push. So that's it.
Yeah.
So hopefully people can see that it's not, but you've taken years to get in hundreds of babies, hatchlings. So I mean, it's not something that you just do. It's a dead male that you know is a dead. That's a dead snake. That's definitely a male. Practice on that, and then you slowly work your way into, or get somebody to show you properly. You don't just do the stuff on your own and damage the animals.
It's as much in the action too. I think people get let's get off the edge of the table. People get the action wrong. It's got to be that rolling action. You're really trying to get those hemipenes to invert.
Yeah.
From deep into the tail. Get this one to stay still. So I think from coming from back further down the tail and just rolling back up seems to make it pop very easy. So that one's a female. Nothing coming out of that. But yeah, it's more of that rolling the thumb up action.
Yeah, so if it feels like you're pressing too hard, then you probably are pressing too hard. I mean, that's sort of the,
Yeah, they certainly require very little pressure to. If the action's right, the pressure is absolutely minimal. So
yeah,
it's quite easy to do on the.
Let's see.
On the roll.
I wouldn't. Oh yeah, male. See the little red thing coming out there. So basically what Brent's doing is he's there's a vein that runs down right in the middle of the tail, and if you squeeze that vein gently, then it engorges the hemipene with blood, and that's why it pops out like that. That area down there, you see the little hemipene pop out. So that's pretty cool. I don't think anybody's done that on camera before with that python. So that's pretty cool. Thanks, Brent.
But yeah, slimy. Like once they sort of get rid of that shed skin, it's they're a bit more grippy. Snake skin is not slimy much to much people's discussed when they actually touch a snake for the first time. They're very dry scales. They're not slippery, slimy little suckers like half the world thinks they are.
Just wanted to say, Eddie Darnell said, daylight savings got him. Yeah. Remember that it's, where's Queensland's an hour before us or behind us? An hour before us. Or no, are we an hour before? I think we're an hour before Queensland. So remember that the show starts at 8 o'clock Queensland time, I think. Or it starts at
7:30 here.
Queensland time, yeah. And Eddie, you can watch the show afterwards. It's just live while it's live, and then once the feed stops, you can watch it afterwards. Yeah, so before. So
before, says Eddie. Yep.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay. Behind, before, after.
Right. Is daylight savings the most confusing thing for everyone in the world? Do you get up earlier, later, more daylight, less daylight?
Seven, but we started at 7 Queensland time. Oh, Vic is an hour ahead. Okay, so it's 7, so 6 there. Okay, so
six Queensland.
You guys that are popping up here in the feed that are just sitting there all quiet and reserved. Yeah. It's 7:36 in New South Wales. Yeah, so it looks like we did that within half an hour, 37 minutes.
Yep, we could have made budget, but sucker's off, so no pressure, no 8 o'clock kickoff.
What's your drink of choice tonight? I have lightly sparkling lime flavor mineral water, and you've got your Powerade drink.
Standard green cordial. You're a bit fancy, la-di-da, with your fancy fizzy soft stuff.
Yeah, but I always look at the caloric content. This has got where is it? Per 100 ml, it's got 8 kilo. Ooh, that's pretty high. 8 kilojoules, 2 calories.
Hey, you're gonna have to get out of the studio and go for a little run.
Yeah. Look, somebody asked us. I don't know if it's within arm's reach. I know in that room of yours there's lots of pretties. Somebody asked the difference between what an albino granite looks in comparison to an albino zebra. Is it albino granite? Have you got anything at arm's distance there that you can compare under the camera or not?
Albino granite, yeah. There is an albino zebra there.
You don't stress about it. I mean, you'll be cutting a clutch at some stage that we can probably have a look at as well.
Yeah, probably got an older one. Is Josh Wilson on tonight? Is Joshy in the crowd?
No, I haven't seen a Josh on here.
Josh, this is I'll try and get it in front of this camera. This is Josh Wilson's albino zebra. Just waiting for Qantas to pull their finger out and allow some transportation of animals again.
I'm gonna go big screen. Okay, there we go. Oh, yes.
So you can see that head pattern. You get the very zebra broken up head pattern.
That's the best place to see to look at. Although yours albino zebra jags are pretty nice as well. You know, they're far more reduced and a little bit more high contrast, the oranges and the whites.
Yeah, definitely. And nice. That's starting to color up nicely now. So you're starting to see that really bright yellow starting to pop out of it. Probably doesn't look so great with that red background. Probably messing with the color a fair bit. Let me find a albino granite.
Thank you.
Still cutting out a bit, is it?
No, it's there.
Still there. All right, this is. I'll be able to just swing the camera around on this one.
Yeah, it's you're done with that. You connected. Oh, okay. Gee, you don't mess around with food, do you?
Oh, it's funny. This one's. Oh no, these are from the same year, I think. Hang on, I'll try and get this one up.
Oh, you can see a lot more saturated, that orange in it.
Yeah. It's going to be a bit pissy. Hold on, girl. Calm down.
Oh, is that the snake hissing?
That's the snake hissing. She's just trying to take a water bowl out for a walk now.
Oh, shit. Sorry, man.
That's all right. I'm going to get that one out. So that's the granite pattern.
Yes,
so
orange.
You can see that more exploded once mixed into the zeb.
Very nice. Thanks, man.
So yeah, certainly a difference in color, tone, pattern. All very different.
Crystal Hassing says, "Wow, very pretty." Chris Fry asks, Do you keep green tree pythons? Yes, you actually have a really nice display cage. How's that display cage of yours with the greens going, right?
Yep, going great. Certainly, those Mist King and the fogger we set up is certainly fixed the humidity issues we were having. I was always having trouble with them shedding. They were a right pain in the ass for a while, but
Yeah.
that Mist King is keeping that humidity right up there. And just constant flow. We set up that drain in the bottom of that tank. It was a great idea. And bingo, they're shedding perfectly. They took a little while to settle in. I got to say, there was a change of that whole environment for them coming out of those little glass houses into your bigger setup that freaked them out. They didn't eat for a month or so, but now they're settled. They worked out how to get up and down from the heat. They're a whole lot happier.
And tell me, there's this theory about. Sorry, if you need to go, tell me you need to go. I mean, I'm enjoying the conversation. Are you with?
I'm clear.
There's a theory that that people say that they have you noticed their body weight going losing? They're getting a little bit more leaner since because they've been in there for how many months? 3 months, 4 months now.
Yeah, probably 3 months, I'd say, in the bigger house, and there's certainly a whole lot more exercise for them. They're constantly up and down from the heat, so it's functional.
And they defecate. Are they out? Is you remember you were telling me that she it's not green. Sorry, let me just get control of my mouth here. Green pythons are notorious for holding their defecate. They don't poo regularly in a small environment. Do they?
Yep.
You find that they defecate more regularly now in that larger enclosure?
Oh, I haven't really noticed, and they're eating much bigger food now. I was resisting too much food while they were in those smaller enclosures, just trying to limit the growth really to that enclosure was set up right. So now that they basically went from giant adult mice straight onto small rats. So they both took medium rats on the weekend. So they're eating a bigger meal each time. So certainly some bigger stuff coming out the back end. But I'm just happy they seem much more content and much more active up and down all the time now. So I think they've settled into the new environment very well.
So what are you running your mister? Are you running the misting? Are you running the fogger as well overnight, or when? What sort of misting cycle have you got on there?
The Mist King's on a timer basically, so I've got it set for 4 or 5 times a day. It'll come on for between 30 and 60 seconds. And just sprays both. We got two misters, so it just basically hammers the whole thing in there and floods everything.
Yeah.
The fogger works off that. It's set up on that hydrogrome thing, whatever it is.
Yeah, the hydrostat, the Zoomed hydrostat. Yeah.
Yep. So you basically set that at 55% relative humidity, and it'll pump fog as it needs to maintain that 55. So if you set it at 50 or 60 or whatever you want it to, I found a high, if you try and punch it out to 60, it just can't keep up. It's just fogging nonstop and can't get it up there to maintain that sort of high humidity all the time. So once the sprays kick in, it works well.
Did the second spray nozzle make a big difference?
Yeah, huge. It was almost like it was spraying one side of it and making good humidity, but the two of them spraying back towards each other they sort of hit into each other and spread the water more around. It seemed to make a big difference. It's the same amount of pressure coming out of the pump, but those nozzles only seem to let out as much water as they're going to. You can't force more water to go through them. So they're preset things. So having the extra nozzle, he's definitely getting more water out into the setup.
Okay, easy. All right. Well, thanks for I think we don't have to go for too much longer. I think that's you guys are just commenting on the. That's something you can go through a little bit later on and answer the questions on there. So the stream held well. I'm glad we did this. So I think we've got this under control. Since we changed to the new software.
Yep.
Makes me happy. Yep. And thanks for that. Any rough idea of when the next clutch is that you think you could give people
actually,
to keep an eye out?
There's a couple coming up, a couple more carpet clutches. Laid on the 10th of the 10th, 12th of the 10th, 14th of the 10th.
Yeah.
So yeah, certainly 3 or 4, and actually quite a few of those are possible super caramel, POS head, Xanthic stuff. There's a POS double head granite clutch. there's quite a few wild ones, and then as we get later into the month, there's the one that'll actually be really nice is the Super Zebra by Sunglow Zebra Jag, and that Super Zebra's Posset albino as well. So that could have some crazy possibilities, whether it proves or not. So yeah, certainly a lot through this month. I think there's probably another 5 or 6 clutches through this month that we'll be able to cut, and there'll be something nice. I mean, this stuff's nice. It's caramel and normal stuff, but there'll be some crazy albino, zebra, and a few nice multi-gene animals to come out of a few clutches yet.
All right. Well, that's good. Something to look forward to. We'll keep people updated on our on your page and on my page, and then remember to tune in on Sunday, 7 o'clock. I think is it 7? Is it 7? 8 o'clock? Sunday, 8 o'clock on Australian Reptile Q&A, which is going to be on Brent's page and a few other pages. There should be a notification on our. There should be pictures or links on our pages to follow up on that. But we'll have a panel on Sunday night just to have a chat about Australian reptiles and how to start with reptile keeping. I think it's important to understand. It's a little bit different in Australia to start with reptiles. There's a little bit more paperwork involved, but it should be a good discussion. So thanks, Brent, for the half. I think let's see how long. I think it's 47 minutes. Thanks for the 47 minutes. And
no problem.
We'll let people know if you need to get a hold of Brent. You can find him on KHP Reptiles. You can find me at carpetpythons.com, Carpet Pythons TV on Facebook, and I've got a website, carpetpythons.com.au. Brent's got a website, KHP Reptiles as well, and Brent's phone numbers everywhere and emails and whatever. Brent, there was a few people interested to know when you have hatchings available, so maybe just have a look at that. So, but thanks for everybody that tuned in. We'll keep you guys updated. We'll give you a little bit more notice next time before we do the live stream, but yeah, people will watch. And thanks for watching. We'll see you guys soon.
Cheers, guys.